Alright, hello everybody, this is Dark Knight 316, Robert Wheeler Gaming, and this is our Tackles and Takedowns podcast that's wrestling and football. So, last week was week 2, this is week 3 of football, so we're going to go get Robert's pick and my picks, and we'll see who won. Last time I was up by 1, it was 9-8, so this time we'll see how it is.
Of course, time. I won last week, but...
Mm-hmm. Yep, he was number 1 last week, so week 1 there. So, the first game is the Dolphins versus the Bills.
I got the Bills.
You got the Bills on that one? Alrighty. I picked the Bills as well. And the second game is the Falcons versus the Panthers at home at the Panthers.
I'm going Falcons.
You gonna go Falcons on that one? You don't think it'll be...
I think Panthers go 0-3. I haven't liked the way that they've been playing. I mean, they played a little bit better against the Cardinals, but...
Because, it could be a tie game, and it could be the 1 and 2.
So.
The next one's the Packers versus the Browns.
I'm going Packers.
You're going Packers on that one. Okay, let me mark that one. And then the next one is the Texans versus the Jaguars.
This one, I think the Jaguars get their first win.
Well, Jaguars already have their first win.
Texans.
Oh, you think Texans are going to get it?
Yeah.
I know, this was a harder pick. I picked the Jaguars on there because I'm thinking the Texans are going to go with their losing streak and then... pick it up towards the later in the season.
Mm-hmm.
The next one's the Bengals versus the Vikings.
This is interesting because both their starting quarterbacks are going to be bad, but I think the Vikings pull this one out because they're having Carson Wentz as
a starter. You think they're going to do it off the skin of their teeth?
That Jake Browning, I think, who's going to start for the Bengals, I don't think is going to do good, especially because the defense isn't going to be good. And
they're 2-0.
Yeah, but they barely escaped last week. So I think the Vikings pull this one out with Carson Wentz, and I think Carson Wentz goes forward and claims the starting spot because J.J. McCarthy hasn't looked good.
Yeah. So the next one's Steelers versus the Pats at home, the Patriots.
I got the Steelers.
You got the Steelers in this one?
Steelers in this one. As much as I like Mike Vrabel, I don't think the Patriots pull this one out against the Steelers.
Well, the Steelers looked bad last week on their
they did
game, so
but also because that rookie kick returner guy messed it up. So
yeah, but they looked bad even though that they had Aaron Rodgers and stuff, and the Patriots pulled it out by the skin of their teeth also. So
they did.
That's why it was even though I'm a Patriots fan, it was hard to decide because I was like I like Aaron Rodgers as a Steelers, so. Not just as a Steeler, but I like Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. So, next one's the Rams versus the Eagles.
I got the Eagles.
You got the Eagles on that one?
Even though they're both 2-0, I think this is going to be a good game, but I got the Eagles.
Okay. Next one is the Jets versus the Buccaneers.
The Bucs, I believe, pull this one out, and they win by a field goal, but I think they pull this one out.
And they're both the Bucs are 2-0 and the Jets are 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Jets look good against the Steelers, and then they came back the next week and looked terrible. So,
do you think in their next game the 2-0 Colts are going to beat the 0-2 Titans, or do you think the Titans are actually going to pull out a win? I think
Titans pull this win.
You think Titans pull this one?
Titans pull this win.
Okay. Next one's the Raiders versus the Commanders. They're both 1-1.
I got the Commanders. Raiders didn't look good last week, and I think they continue to ride that not looking good.
Even though they got Pete Carroll?
Yeah.
I picked the Raiders on that one. I think the Raiders are going to finally, start getting their momentum. So, the next one's the Broncos versus the Chargers.
I got Chargers.
You got Chargers. You think that they're going to go on a winning streak?
Justin Herbert's playing phenomenal right now, and I think he continues to keep this up.
All right, this one was hard to pick too. Is the Saints versus the Seahawks?
This is a tough one. I got the Seahawks.
You got the Seahawks
to win this one.
Because I'm like, is it going to be where the Saints are able to come and finally pick up a win, or what? But
yeah, both teams haven't looked good, but I think the Seahawks edge one out.
Mm-hmm. And then the next one is the Cowboys versus the Bears.
I got Cowboys.
You got
Cowboys
in
win
this
this one. I think the Bears go 0-3. I think the same thing that the coach of the Bears has been like, they haven't been playing well, and I think.
Do you think if the Bears continue with their losing streak, they'll get rid of that?
No, he just started, so I think it's one of those where
like they'll give him an extra year.
They'll
or
give him some time. Yeah.
All right. So then the next game is the Cardinals versus the 49ers.
This is interesting. This is going to be a good game too, but I got the 49ers.
49ers on that one. Okay. Then the next one, do you think that the Chiefs will finally come out with a victory over the Giants, or do you think the Giants are going to beat the Chiefs?
I'm going upset pick here. I got the Giants over the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Giants played really well with Russell Wilson last week against the Cowboys, but they just happened to lose it at the end. Mm-hmm. And I think they read that because the Chiefs, for whatever reason, their offensive line hasn't been as good. So I think that they can just keep toe-to-toe with the Chiefs, and they should be fine.
Yeah, Kelsey's not doing so hot either. So, and then the Monday game is the Detroit Lions versus the Ravens.
I got the Detroit Lions winning this one.
I think it's going to be an upset.
Derrick Henry did not look good last week, even though the Ravens pulled one out. But you also got to think, too, the Ravens, their defense didn't look good in week 1 against the Bills, and the Bills came back and took it. So, overall, I think Lions were looking good. They put up, 44 last week?
Well, the Bills was a good team.
The Bills are still going to be a good team.
I know, but I'm saying the Bills put the run for the money for the Ravens last season when it was for like the playoffs and stuff like that. And so, unless they improve the Ravens improve, like that's why they lost to the Bills.
Yeah.
So, like, the Bills are doing good. I think the Bills will have a winning streak, and then they're going to just, like, towards the end, they're going to just peter off and lose.
As they start to, the season goes on, start getting injuries and things like that, I think it ends up being...
Yeah, I don't think that they'll make it to the playoffs, but I don't think that they're going to win.
Yeah. Bills, it's going to be tough when it comes to playoff time because I do believe, though, Steelers still win this division. But you got to think, like, the Bengals, I think a fluke right now, 2-0. Steelers have it. If they're 1-1, I think that they'll be fine because I trust Mike Tomlin. But then you got to look like the Ravens are 1-1, and then the Browns are 0-2. So that division's kind of tough.
Right now it's early prediction, but who do you think's gonna make it to the Super Bowl?
Make it to the Super Bowl right now?
I mean, it's early prediction.
I mean, if I were to look at who's been playing well the last couple of weeks, I'd go with the Chargers.
I think the Chargers
I would go with the Chargers.
And who would they face?
The Chargers, I would believe, play the Eagles.
You think that
the Eagles have been looking good?
Think the Eagles will make it again?
Based off just the last 2 games, I think those 2 teams are kind of the better teams. I think the Bills. I think the problem with the Bills though is they rely too much on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So he's going to run.
That's why I don't think the Bills will make it. They'll make it playoffs, but not a Super Bowl.
I think he has too much. Like the gas runs out. I think at the end, and you're going to start seeing injuries and things like that.
That's what I see with the like how they did it with the Ravens.
Before
they got Derrick Henry. It was Lamar Jackson.
I mean, Lamar Jackson still runs.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry still runs, but...
And Lamar Jackson, he's still good. It's just that before they got Derrick Henry, it was all relying on him. So all you had to do was just watch him and see what he does, and then you can easily do it. Oh, he running, okay, we're going to go take him out. Now that he has Derrick Henry, you don't know what it was. So that's why I still like the Ravens would be good. But I predict the Packers will probably make it to the Super Bowl.
I don't think so. I think it comes down to the health of Jordan Love.
You think that it's going to mess up again?
I mean, if Malik Willis can come in and save some games, if Jordan Love got to stay healthy, but I think Jordan Love is still in that learning phase. I think. I don't think Micah Parsons is going to be like best for their defense because you got to have other people. But yeah. I mean, other than that. That's pretty much it. I mean,
who do you think's doing good for their for MVP this week?
Well, I wish it was still Brock Purdy who I chose, but he's going to be out 5 weeks, so I don't think he ends up winning.
And isn't Mayfield? Isn't he out for the toe injury too?
No, the Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's out with toe injury. Right now, if I were to do MVP currently last 2 weeks, I'd go Justin Herbert. But and I'm not even a Chargers fan, but just based off of the way he's been playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chargers have been looking pretty good, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
I don't know if it'll be a LA.
I don't think
Rise.
I think the Rams, they got off with like winning.
Well, no,
two
because
easy
I'm talking
games,
about with
but-
like the Chargers, like they have a uprise momentum, but I don't think that they're going to like last. Like this is just like because of the people that they fought early on. I think that once because like click on the Chargers one.
Chargers.
Yeah, because you could see what their upcoming games and stuff are. So if you scroll all the way down, you can see so like in their division right now, they're number one in their division. Then they have Denver, the Vegas, and then Kansas City, which is weird because Kansas City used to always be up at the top, so it could be a problem. So they show here with the recent games.
Yeah.
So they show
so the Broncos.
That's
lost
the Broncos.
the Colts and beat
They beat the Titans.
Titans.
And then click on the Chargers side on there. So then the Chargers beat the Raiders in Kansas City, which is weird that they got the Kansas City. And then if you look at the last time that they faced,
they won
they won.
But if you also look at it too, because I was looking at look at Justin Herbert's at 72% completion rate, and he has 5 touchdowns.
Average.
Like 72% is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you look
Bo
at Bo
Nix
Nix,
is really good.
4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So Justin Herbert's been keeping the ball well.
And Bo Nix is at what 67?
67%.
Yeah.
But to have 72%, you've thrown 5 touchdowns and you're at 580 yards. But considering the fact that he's thrown 3 interceptions, Bo Nix, I think that's why I think that the Broncos defense have been helping them out. But I think the Chargers are going to win this one because they're looking pretty good so far.
Mm-hmm.
But
click on the where they would show the games for the Chargers. Do they have it on this one?
I think I'd have to go to their schedule, but
okay.
I don't know if they will let me. Just click right on Chargers though.
Yeah, you might have to go to like games and then do the other.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll.
Yeah, they probably won't let you do it on there. You probably have to do teams. Yeah, go up to teams. And then pick the Chargers. Because I want to see what their later weeks games are going to be. So do they have their schedule? Yeah, here it is. Okay, let's see what the full schedule is. I don't want to get any tickets. No thanks.
Yeah, too much. Too many ads.
Too many ads on this one.
So
they have week 2.
They play Broncos, Giants, Commanders.
Okay. So they could. So we'll kind of work this all out. So I think they'll beat the Broncos. They'll probably beat the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
They'll lose to the Commanders. They'll beat the Dolphins. They'll
They got Indy.
Yeah, I know.
Indy's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, so that. But I think that they'll probably pick it up and win the Colts. They'll lose to the Vikings.
And they're gonna be at Tennessee.
Yeah,
you don't know what Tennessee's gonna look like week 9.
Yeah, I know, but this is just kind of guessing it. I think that they'll beat Tennessee. They'll lose to the Steelers. They'll beat Jacksonville, and then they'll have the Raiders again. So this time they'll probably beat the Raiders. They're gonna lose to the Eagles.
Ooh,
so right there, that's like 3 losses. They'll probably beat Kansas City again. They'll lose to Dallas.
Houston.
They'll beat Houston.
And then
they'll beat the Broncos again. So they could be going.
They can go like I think 12-5, 13-4.
Mm-hmm. So they could do up there where they're pretty big on there. The team I'm worried about is Kansas City because
I think Kansas City will rebound, but I think they're going to rebound after September. I think it's going to be. Tough right
look
now.
At their schedule. You got to go to teams again.
I think the problem you're going to have with
the chefs
with Kansas City is because it's like they started off against Philly, which is a good team.
Yeah, it was a Super Bowl team. Yeah,
and then you have so they started off with Chargers and then they ran into Philly. So like 2 good teams there. New York, I think they lose, but then like
I think they'll lose to the Giants. I think
they'll lose to the Giants.
They should be able to do it.
They might pull one out against Baltimore.
Oh, you think that they might?
And in Jacksonville, they got a tough schedule.
They do, because
starting out like the first.
They should be able to beat Jacksonville.
They should be able to.
They might pull it off with the Lions.
The Raiders.
The Raiders, they'll beat the Raiders.
Commanders,
they'll beat the
Buffalo.
Commanders. They'll lose to Buffalo.
Denver,
They'll
Indy,
beat Denver. They'll beat probably the Colts.
Dallas,
Dallas will probably beat
Houston, Chargers, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
They're at Tennessee, and then they got Denver.
Denver again.
So see,
And they
like
got
this
the
back end, they might actually start picking up a
Yeah.
win streak. Like they'll probably lose against the Chargers, but I
then
think they'll
beat
lose
them.
against Tennessee. But
Yeah, they might win the rest of the.
but you see, they might
week
win
eight.
this rest, lose against Chargers, win. Like so, they
And
might
then
actually
lose,
they might struggle
win.
here.
Yeah, in like the mid too.
In like these first 4 weeks, they might struggle. They might pick one up here. They could pull one out here. The Raiders will probably be beat up by the time they get to here. Commanders, so like they can go 4-4 the first
Like 8 weeks.
first 8
yeah.
weeks. Lose to Buffalo 4-5,
Yeah.
and they come out and start just pounding everybody after that bye week. Because if you look after this bye week, you don't know how well the Broncos are going to play,
Yeah.
and they play them twice within like the
Uh-huh.
last 8 weeks. So they could beat the Broncos, the Colts, Dallas, and Houston.
Yeah.
and go
So then that's 8
like
and
8-5
8
right
and
there.
5. Yeah.
And then they
And
could
then-
lose Chargers.
Mhm.
If they beat the Titans, let's just say they
Yeah.
go 9-6, they go 10-6,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't even know where I'm at. 10-6, 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
So they could go 11-6 and win.
Yeah. Which would be weird because normally like they're up there with the.
Well, you think
13,
last year
14
they
and
went what, like 13 wins or something before
Mm-hmm.
they finally lost a game, and they pretty much had it around the same team.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I was saying. It looks weird when they're 0-2. They're the bottom of their division,
Yeah.
and the team that's not really like up there in the division is doing better.
But yeah, other than that,
So-
I mean,
But yeah, these are our hot takes on the football, and you saw live what our picks are. So let's see who comes back in week 4 and see who wins, because he's number 1 this week on there. So we'll see what week 3 will happen for football. So he might. Right now we're tied with the win loss on 1-1 right now. So we'll see how it is.
See how it
Our
is.
takes up on there. So thanks for hearing us talk about football and doing our picks on there. Just remember that this is the Tackles and Takedown Podcast. This is a weekly wrestling and football podcast. Yeah, so we do that. So you can find him. He's Robert Wheeler Gaming.
Robert Wheeler Gaming.
He does a weekly roundup where he talks about games and
game news,
and gaming news and
JRPGs.
And
I'll
then
bring you the news.
and then we're also, you can see our ugly mugs again in our video game podcast called the Roundtable Podcast, and that's where we talk about games that break, like new trailers on stuff,
Gaming
like new
culture,
gaming
things like
culture. Mostly what we do is our retro gaming, where we talk about games that we're playing that are retro, that are not like new games that just came out. So yeah, thank you there, and always continue to watch football, watch wrestling, get
Let's
the
go.
sport culture.
God bless you
and
guys.
do it. Yeah, we'll see you guys.
Enjoy football. See you next
See you
week.
next week.
Peace.
Yep.